Hello, Nunplob and Tekkaman fans. Today it's Speedball and today I'm doing my review for the third-party Orange Cat Industries Teknoman Blade Master Grade Scale model. And I have to tell you guys right now, this kit definitely surprised me. Not in the bad sense, actually, because, good fact, not a single poly cap in this kit. All plastic, joints, everything. Nothing. Just straight. In fact, not only is it straight plastic, you actually get leftover parts for if you had a second one. What I mean is this. I mean, these are all the runners still with parts on them. See? You got parts for a shield, head. Let's see. I believe, yep, these were part of the thighs. Other parts of the leg, I believe, to other sections and such like that. You even have another yellow chest piece right here that's right there for the chest. So, yeah, you get a lot of leftover parts. You even get extra hand covers. See? Right there. Those are the hand covers you would just use for this kid. And you get 6 hands out of this kit as well. So you have 8 covers for 6 hands. So that's definitely a bargain almost. At least this way, if you lose parts, you have a few extras. Am I right? Because, see, let me show you. You get, as I mentioned, 6 hands. You get 2, let's see, here it is. 2 closed fists for both hands, both sides. See? You get 2 of those. You get 2 holding hands of the same kind, because you get one other one that doesn't match, but I'll explain why. Ooh, sorry about that. I'm trying to get that to focus. Curse you, camera. There we go. This one's a standards one, and that one that he's using right now. And then you also have and you also have it looks like a standard one, but when you angle it right, as you can see, the staff blade gets holded on an angle. And the blades themselves that you see over here get pushed, get designed to the front. They get moved to the front on this guy. Sort of like in a stance pose before he attacks and such like that. And they're just held in right there, right between the fingers. And they hold pretty well. I mean, it's a little loose, but it hasn't fallen out at all. So there's that. Plus, you do get other staff parts because you can separate the blade on the staff there to make 2 swords. So that's, of course, why you have so many holding hands. And lastly, you get an extra arm cover where that shield is. Right there, you can take that shield off and the cover for it, because it attaches through that, and replace it with a standard with just this regular cover. This way, if you don't want the shield attached and such like that. And let's see. And, other detail you should know. No stickers with this kit at all. There's not a single sticker. That's really cool, because being that it's a master grade scale and doesn't need any real color correcting stickers. Now, that doesn't mean, though, there isn't any color correction needed, though. Then I'll explain in a second. Let me move this real quick and bring him in a little closer. What I mean by that was, this doesn't really need, honestly, almost anything. But if you do want them accurate, where you see this shoulder right there, where that gray strip is, that you would have to paint, like I did, as you see. And lastly, if I get him to turn, I can't see it, can you? Right here, this dark gray, that's really just molded yellow, so you would have to paint that. But other than that, minor details like the circles here, and of course panel lining. Other than that, that's it. He doesn't need a lot of paint. So if you like builds that don't require a lot of stickers or paint, this is a fun kit. You're gonna like that fact. Now, as for any flaws to the kit, because I know many are going to ask that, um, honestly, there really wasn't any to be concerned about. Now, of course, there are like minor ones, and unless this is just my copy, it could be that too. Let me just take this off. The one issue I've had with him, and it's not really big because I can easily just fix it with a little glue, are these knee covers right here. Because I've knocked him, around just a little as to bumped into him by accident, and if I can, let's see if it'll actually pop up. Oh, of course not. Yeah, see? Just a simple touch the right way and it'll pop out. I mean, it's not the first time I've had to put it back on both knees too, so. I mean, it's nothing major. That's an easy fix. Anyone can just take a little glue and there you go. They'll hold him in place. And as you can see, he stands pretty well on his 2 feet. So you don't have to worry about that. And let's see. The only other concern I could let you... Oh, other than that, there's also... right here. You can't... I know it's hard to tell because it's how it blends right in. But this white part right here, right before his wrist, it's separate. So, see? But this white cover part right here, it's popped out once or twice on me. Not like a lot, just once or twice. So if you are concerned about losing that part, because that is one part sadly you won't get extra of, you could just use a little glue and it'll be fine. So nothing major. Now other than that, there's no other parts problems that I've had besides what I just mentioned. The other detail I could, well, not more or less a warning if you do get the kit, is that some of the pegs I noticed on the kit when I was building him are like really small, like half the size of normal pegs that you would normally see on a kit. So what I'm simply saying is this: when you're building those sections with those pegs in it, don't try to push too much force or strain on it because you could break it. Luckily, I didn't do that, so I'm glad. But I figured I'd let you guys know that in case, you are working on this and you and you didn't know that fact. So this way, there you go. Now, honestly, I've really liked this kid. I mean, he's got good articulation. In fact, here, let me just take this off real quick so you guys can take a quick look. And yes, that is a clear piece. That's really cool about this kit. All the green on here is just actual parts. There's no stickers or even paint. That's all, parts. Oh, and of course, and here, so I could show you guys his art. Yep, there you go, see? Trying to pop that out real quick. Okay. Like I said, oh, actually here, let me show you. You guys can see it. Sorry, I'm trying to get him the right angle. There it is. Right there, that little peg right there, a lot of the pegs I've seen on this kit are about that size, or at least the thickness of it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about this one, but there are other ones on here that are a little concerning. So if you, this way you'll have a heads up in case. Because I don't want, yeah, I'd feel, see, there's my proof about that loose knee. But like I said, I'm just letting you guys know that so, But other than those little things, honestly, I've had really no problems with the kit. He's got really cool detailing. I love how they got him to look, because he looks just like the 90s Tekkaman Blade, of course, but like even further. So that's, I love that fact. And of course, articulation-wise, he's good, see? As you can see. He can do a full 360 of the arms. He can bend so far, but that's, of course, if you want to move the shoulder armor away, then yeah, he'll do better. So there's that. And of course, that didn't pop out. It has a setup where you can actually remove the shoulder armor, so that's a cool fact. And of course, you can bend his elbow all the way. And because of the setup on his wrist, he actually has a double wrist. So the white part you can turn, it'll move his hand, and then you can actually just move the hand itself as well. See? Hi. See? Moves and everything. Same with the other arm. Now let's see. And then of course, and yes, the shoulder armors can move as well. See? And then, yes, he does have a waist part. I'm just going to put that aside because I know I'm going to keep knocking into these, so to help give an idea. And yes, he does have waist. Now, he can't turn all the way due to the armor, but you can move him a good percentage, see? And I have seen some people mod that section of the waist to be able to bend him further. So if you're interested. And then, of course, you can move his legs out that far. Same. Right. Then up. And back. So you can move his legs in every direction possible. And, of course, and where this gray section is, gives you another articulation point. See? You can actually move his legs in and out, swivel them. So that's pretty sweet. Love that fact. And yes, his head does have a ball joint setup. See? You can move it. Even because he has a double setup, you can move his head down like that. And such like that. And let's see. What else? Oh, of course, the main fact you would like about this guy being that he is based on the 90s Tekkaman is the shoulder gimmick cannons. Because what you do is this. You have to move this part out. See? Just so you can see it again. So this way, because that's how this comes up. Because you got to do the same to both. And there you go. And there's his cannon weapon. So that is totally cool. And what's even cooler is all the green in there is separate parts. Every single one. So if you actually happen to be good with LEDs, you know, there's a fun idea right there. I mean, I'm not good at that stuff, but you know, if you are, that would be an awesome setup. So, of course, you just simply close it, and there you go. And his feet too have articulation as well, much articulation. So you can adjust his angles and all that. And of course, lastly is his giant spear blade. Now, there's nowhere to store the blade on him, sadly, if you were wondering that. But no. But what you can do, as I mentioned, you can take these off, as I said, detach them. And like I said, you use the smaller ones, and you can make his sword-based weapons. So if you like those weapons. And like I said, there's two holding type hands where you can hold the blade like this. Or with the other hand, it would be like this. See? It'd be like that pretty much. So yeah. And like I said, minus the knee armor issues. Though if you push the legs full, like you completely stand them up and fold them all the way in, the knee armor does stay then. I will tell you that now if you didn't, well, since I didn't mention that yet. If you push the knee armor in with the legs all the way where they're straight and flush, the knee armor will stay. I've had no problems when it's like that. It's just when you're posing them and, like I said, they're a little loose, so you will knock it off by accident. So yeah. And of course, this is a third-party company's kit, as I mentioned. So I am quite surprised how well this kit's done. I mean, like I said, minor issues, but can easily be fixed. Anyone can fix those. And honestly, I'm really impressed. I mean, this is why I'm hoping this means if this kit is as successful as I'm hoping, we may get the other Tekkaman blades from the anime in this line of kits, which would be really cool, because I would love to put Blade here with his, well, as we have it in America, the Teknoman Blade rename anime, with his brother Saber. I would love to get that set up. And of course, this company, Orange Cat, isn't really like a big company, not like, you know, like the band or anything like those guys, but is pretty well, because from what I remember, their company originally started just releasing like weapon hanger bays to where you display your weapons on for your kits. And then they moved on to their own frame arm girl kit, and then their own line of SD kits, which I actually have one of, and I really want to build soon because they just announced and listed their next one, and those SD kits look really good. I mean, they got great detailing, awesome weaponry, and a lot of possibilities. But being that this is their first master's grade scale kit, I'm really hoping this kit does well enough to where we can get more like this. Because a kit that's master grade scale with no decal requirements and very little issues that can be fixed, like any normal kit, I can totally dig that. And that's why I'll say this: if you are a Tekkaman fan, a master grade fan, and such like that, and you don't like to put a lot of stickers on your kits, I highly recommend this kit because, like I said, there are minor problems that can be fixed, and the rest of it is just really cool. And honestly, we don't get a lot of kits of Tekkaman, or barely any figures. I mean, we've only been getting more figures recently, yes, but like other than that, no. So yeah, I mean, that's why I have to say, if you're interested and if you've been wondering about this kit, as I just said, I recommend it to you guys. It'd be a lot of fun, and it'd give you something different to try for master grade scale if you're getting a little tired of doing Gundams and such. So yeah, and so that's why I'll say, if you, all I could say now is I thank you all for coming. I hope everyone is safe and is doing their part to stay safe, and of course are with their families, enjoying their hobbies. And well, other than that, as I always say, I hope you all have a good day, and I hope you guys, as much as I do, want to see more Tekkaman Blade MGs. Am I right? Oops, that was my fault. Like I said, have a nice day, and I hope to see future Tekkaman and the next review.